Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Ranger Rob Country Living Podcast. Yes, sir, Bob. 4 of us are here. Well, 3 of us are here.
He'll be back.
And Aimee blinks out.
So, I don't know about you guys, but I've been having a little bit of internet issues today. I don't know. I'm on Starlink, so I don't know if you guys. I know Aimee is, but I think John.
No, we're not yet.
I got booted.
Well, see
See what happens?
So, as you can see, you got a new intro. You guys are famous now.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Nice.
I worked all day on that for 15 minutes. So, first of all, everybody's here. Welcome to the show. This time I will remember to switch over to the comments. Want to remind people, if you'd like to join us on our live chat, which is right now, this minute, if you go to the top of our chat, you should be able to see a link. And you press on that. It takes you, if you have a webcam and sound on your laptop, or you can use your cell phone, and you'd like to join us for 5 or 10 minutes, we'd love to have you. And I need to remind everybody, this is also a podcast. It's an audio podcast. So you can catch us on several platforms like Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Google Play, and a whole bunch of things. So anyway, guys, whatever software you're using on your cell phone to listen to podcasts, just type in Ranger Rob Country Living Podcast, and you will find us in there, and you just put us in your favorites, and you can listen to all 65 episodes, counting this one. That's pretty darn good, huh? So
Yeah.
Is he froze?
I'm having trouble with my internet too. So I want to welcome. We have John Pearsons with us today as our guest, and we're kind of pushing him into a host, as you can see in the intro. And
He's all no.
Come on, John.
And of course we have J&D Pig Hobby Farm, Homestead Farm, and Chicken House.
And Chicken House.
Chicken House.
Hi, everyone.
And then we got Aimee from Butterfly, DragonFly Farms. I'm doing good today.
You're on a roll tonight.
Well, it's because I'm doing this show from Hawaii. Can't you see? It's kind of a long ways. I got my pina colada. I'm set to go. So
See what that heat does to you. Fries your brain.
I'm thinking warm weather. I'm thinking warm weather. And let's see what else. Told everybody to get on the chat when you get a chance. If you'd like to join us, come on in. Let's see. Make sure you brush your teeth. Let's see. We are also need to tell you that we are on Twitch and we're on Rumble now. So if you use those platforms at all, you'll find us there. Just look for the Ranger Rob Country Living. And last but not least, I kind of mentioned it earlier. My internet's been acting a little weird today, which is Starlink, and I think it's the Russians, but not sure. But if we kind of bleep in and out, just kind of go with the flow. Those crazy Russians.
It's that balloon that went over you.
Yeah, it's another Chinese balloon.
Balloon.
It's the balloons. That's it. It's a balloon. I think we have a balloon over the house. So if our internet goes amok, I'll send some out there to shoot it down. We got lots of rednecks here. All right. Before I get going, I should I guess switch over here really quick to shout outs. It's time for Ranger Rob shout outs. Yes, this is the time we want to recognize businesses, websites, and services. Here's today's spotlights. Spotlight. Okay, I only have one.
Wow.
And it's not even the website. I got to tell you, whatever you do, if you got kids, you cannot watch this show. I'm telling you. It'll give you, and if you're our age, you need to check your heart. I've been starting to watch Game of Thrones.
Oh, geez.
Oh
yeah.
no.
Oh, yes.
Going to hell.
I was like, and it's got it all.
Everybody pray for
Are you
Rob.
watching that?
Pray for Rob.
Yep. So that's our new one. We just got done with Battlestar Galactica, and everybody's had. There's like 13 series, whatever you call them.
Seasons.
But anyway, yeah. So we're gonna be watching that for a while, but I don't know if my heart can take it. So, I can handle all the violence. I can't handle the rest. Oh my goodness. And yeah, so that's really the only thing big going on. I haven't really been out and about. I've been kind of hiding at the Homestead, so I haven't been out to any stores or any particular websites. I have, let's see, just watching my standard shows like, Living Traditions, stuff like that. That's about it. How about you guys? Got any shout outs? Going once?
I
Well,
can't
hey,
remember the
no.
name.
Go ahead.
Sorry. We were watching YouTube and we were watching a homestead. I can't think of the name right now, but he was making new feeders
Oh,
for the chickens, and we tried it. It's with PVC pipe.
uh-huh.
It worked super great for
The roadies.
the Rhode Islands, but
Uh-huh.
the Broad Rocks,
Yeah.
they took every bit of that food out, and it's enough to hold for a week and a half.
Oh,
Why did they
So
take it out?
that didn't work so good. So I give them a 50%.
was there just a big pile at the
Breed
bottom of the
specific.
underneath?
Yeah.
They just kept popping it all right out. It's made out of PVC piping and
Yeah. I saw it on Facebook.
Yeah, and it works good if the birds will.
not peck it and push it all out.
I'll be darned. I wouldn't have thought of that because it looked like they had to put their heads in pretty far.
No, because there's a plastic part on the front that holds the food in,
Uh-huh.
and it's clear, so you can't really see it in the pictures.
Yeah.
So they put their head, it fills up right up to that plastic piece.
Yeah.
And so they just barely get their beaks in there. And there was one in there that just pecked it until every single bit was out.
You just can't win this war, you know?
I know. I don't know if we didn't make the plastic piece big long enough or if he was just being a butt.
I'm going to try to make the water
Probably
ones
that.
made out of PVC piping next. So we'll see how those work.
For,
Oh,
for
what do you
water.
call that? A gulp?
Chicken water keg or something
Something like that. But it's basically the same thing, only with the chicken drinkers or the red cups.
Yeah.
And it holds enough for, I think he said 3 or 4 days.
Wow.
So
So
we'll give it a shot.
we were just hearing from John that over in the other side of the mountain, he had 61 degrees over at his place.
That was
That's
nice.
just wrong.
Wow.
My gosh, it was not. I was short sleeves. I almost wanted to put some shorts on, but I
I am
didn't.
so jealous.
Yeah. What's your
I love
last
my
freeze?
neighbors.
What's your last freeze date there?
Super great question. I do not know because
Supposed to be a farmer.
You're in Eugene,
no,
right?
no. I'm working on it. Yeah, I'm in Eugene. I don't know what the last freeze date supposedly is, but whatever it was last
the
year,
end of March.
last year didn't come true. I mean, I ended up planting weeks late.
Well, last year was different too.
What's
I think
late
it's
for
the end
you?
of March is the last freeze date over there.
Gotcha. Yeah, I should look it up. I'll make a note. God.
Yes, write it
Oh,
down.
gotta have homework, John.
Yeah. So today, guys, if you guys read the thumbnail, there's quite the controversy on the thumbnail today. So I put a redneck guy in it, and then that Debbie comes back. Well, don't you think you should put a girl on it? So I put a girl on it. But even
Yeah,
before
you
all that,
did.
I put like a real sexy girl on there. I go, I don't know if we could handle all the clicks if we did that. So we had to go back to the redneck ones. So
Yeah, you should have kept that first one on with the sexy guy, not somebody in overalls.
So our subject today, guys, is what got me going on this is John. Some stranger calls me up yesterday. He called himself John Pearson. Goes, hey, what you growing for tomatoes this year? And I'm going, oh crap, I don't know. Actually, we have been thinking about it, and I'm going to try a new tomato this year. By the way, Sherry, we canned tomatoes over the weekend, and our sauce always comes out a little sweet because we usually have Jet Stars. But we had a lot of Romas and San Macinos, or I don't know if I'm saying that right, but we kept all those and froze them. And Sherry finally pulled all those out, and decided to try to make a sauce out of it. And definitely was less sweet, a little bit less tart, and was a little bit more tomatoey. So we definitely liked it. So I need to grow more sauce tomatoes. So I got on totaltomatoes.com and I was looking for Romas or something like that. And I came across, because I've heard this before, of those Amish sauce tomatoes. And I'm not sure who was saying that online about they like using those. Was it you? Are you using the Amish?
Well, I had heard it from Living Traditions, but we had talked about it yesterday.
Yeah,
that's what I'm going with as well.
yeah. So I ordered some. So they better be good. If they're not, you know whose fault it is.
Living Traditions, those bastards.
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah. So that kind of got me thinking. It's like, I know it doesn't seem like it that much, but I've actually done one big order already from Gurney's. I did totally tomatoes yesterday to get a couple of odds and ends that I wanted. I want to. Somebody challenged us last year to do watermelon radishes. You ever seen those? They're actually quite large, and when you cut them open, they're red inside, but they look like a turnip in a way. Anyway, I planted them too late and didn't quite make it, so I'm ready this year to try them. I guess they're delicious in salads and stuff. So anyway, so that's the new thing this year we want to try to grow is a watermelon radish. And you got to switch my screen again. Hey, Rev, he's in 65 in Carolina. Why aren't you on the show?
Probably working.
It's good to see him though. Especially since I put him on the intro now. So you have to go to the beginning of the show, Rev, and see we got a picture of you on there. So anyway, so your first question to me, John, was about my tomatoes. Right. And a lot of people that do watch your show realize we grow a lot of jet stars, but we're not going to grow as many of them this year because they're very sweet.
I'm coming.
Anyway, so we're going to go more to like this beefsteak kind of a tomato, a meaty tomato, and there was also a monster meaty tomato that I came across on Gurney's that I grabbed a couple. So we're trying a lot more for the sauce tomatoes, but we will have for sweet tomatoes the jet stars and of course Cherokee purples. And the only thing different, we're going to do Cherokee purples, and I'm going to grow them in hydroponics like my other ones. But hi Lucy.
Hi Lucy.
Saying hi to one of the Johns in here. It's Lucy Pearson.
Oh, that's my mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
See?
Hi, Mom.
Racking up the watchers, see?
Yeah. We got Mom on the show.
There he is.
Rev made it.
What's up, y'all? What's up? How's it going?
Pretty
good to see
good.
you. You're calling
Are you on
from
a tractor?
is that the local county jail you're in today?
No, I'm on the side by side.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Boy, I thought maybe you were trying to call for bail or something. But anyway, the last thing I want to do is on the Cherokee purples this year, we're going to use hydroponics, but we're going to use a new one that I haven't shown you before. Those of you who follow hydroponics, we're going to try hydroponic cranky method for tomatoes, which I saw Huchos did it. And I've never done cranky method, which requires no machinery, no electricity, and about a 7-gallon bucket and something like that. So you still use nutrients, but you don't add nutrients until it actually almost comes to the bottom. But it grows a little differently. But anyway, I'm kind of anxious to try that. So this year, if you're really into hydroponics this year, you get to see a new technique called cranky method, which is an old technique actually. Sue Matthews is here. Hello, Sue. And Jarrett's here. Welcome to the show. And today our subject is what's everybody planting. So I was kind of setting it off with what caused this conversation to come along. Of course, we've got the other big thing for us, and then I'll go to everybody else on the show here, is we're going to about 80% candy corn this year, because out of all the 5 kinds of corns we did in the big new area, the candy corn stood out the most as the most delicious corn we grew here.
Yeah,
So,
that was
I'll
actually
have to get
really
my German
good.
Shepherd away. Anyway, So we're going to do like 4 rows of candy corn, and then because the name is not sticking in my head, John Pearson.
Bodacious.
Bodacious?
Bodacious.
That sounds like something some dude would say that's stoned. Hey man, that was bodacious.
Hey, you gotta try it. You gotta try it first before we make fun.
That's
Sounded
right.
pretty good, Rob.
So we're gonna try some bodacious, man. And on reference from John, he actually brought some seeds over. It's like, dude, grow some bodacious. It's like, cool. Well, yeah, I guess we will. I probably remember the name now. This is now that I made it turn into a stoner thing.
I think you need to drink some more of that pina colada.
Yeah, pina colada. So this is that new pina colada out of a bottle that you can get at Safeway. It's yummy. It's also like 18%.
Oh,
And it makes me feel like I'm in Hawaii. I don't know why. So let's see. So I'm in Hawaii. Rev, you're in jail. John's got this cool background that's not even a green screen. So yeah, you guys are starting to get pretty fancy. So stop me now. I got other things going on,
Yep,
but I'm going to
I'm in the closet.
and hopefully you're staying in there. Anyway, I'm getting really close to politics today, aren't I? Anyway, so I'm going to kind of go around here and kind of figure out what people are doing for planting this year that may be new, or the plant, or they got a new battle plan or anything like that. So I'll start with the greatest grower in the entire world, which would be JD Pig Hobby Homestead. I know that they just have rows and rows and rows of plants and rows of
Yeah.
things.
Yeah,
So
take another drink.
so this year, now that you've had to look at Aimee's gorgeous garden this year and my so-so garden and
Yeah,
so
we'll be here this year to plant.
are you gonna
3 weeks late.
if you quit screwing around and going camping all the time, maybe you could be a homesteader.
No, that's not gonna
There
happen.
goes that jealousy again.
So my truck, by the way, is 100%. Only cost me $2,100, but it's 100% now.
Awesome. And mice free.
And what?
And mice free.
No.
No.
I'm up to 8 mice so far, and I'm still getting mice.
You know, if you take that canopy off so you can use your fifth wheel, the mice would leave.
I
there
know,
wouldn't
but
be a cover
I'm waiting some friends of mine to come over and help me take the canopy off.
Oh, shut up.
Have you crawled in? Have you crawled in there, Rob, to say where are these mice?
In the back of my truck.
I know. Crawl in there and see where. I mean, for Pete's sakes.
But they scare me.
Oh my God.
I think you need a truck cat.
I think they're getting under. I have outdoor carpeting in there. I think they got up underneath there. I probably got a nest under there, and also I have one of those big toolboxes in the back, so they could be under there too. So that ain't coming out. So eventually we'll catch the little buggers. But right now, about every day I'm catching a mouse.
That's
So
crazy.
I'm up to about 8 now. So anyway, getting back, I know you changed the subject on me there, but so Debbie, and what are you guys growing this year, and what are you doing different this year, if anything?
Different is I'm going to plant on time. As soon as the last speck of snow is off the mountain, I'm planting. Well, I'm doing tomatoes. I have like 3 different kinds: the Romans, the star, what do you call them?
Beef stars.
Beef stars.
Or beef steaks.
Beef steak.
Yeah. But now you just blew that all out of the water because now you're bringing up another one.
The Amish one.
The Amish?
So now I have to get online in order, which just breaks my heart. I thought I was done.
Just go get some of Rob's seeds.
Get what?
Sure.
Just go get some of Rob's seeds. He's going to have extra.
Write
When you
that
come
down.
over to take the canopy off, I'll give you some seeds.
I'm a new gardener, in case you guys didn't know. So I have no clue what I'm doing.
You're going to have a greenhouse, so you could start a little early.
I have lettuce and beans in there right now.
That and rabbits.
I have a fireplace in my greenhouse.
Alrighty
No.
then.
I keep it warm.
Oh, it's a running fireplace
Nice.
Yeah.
for the rabbit in the
Yeah,
greenhouse.
it's not up real high because rabbits don't do well in heat, but it keeps them warm. But anyways, I'm going to do my lemon cucumbers again. And that's about as far as I've gotten so far. And potatoes.
Taters? Nice. What kind of taters?
I'm not sure yet. I haven't ordered them yet.
I got a whole bucket of them in my green room. My potatoes I put up there, they all went to seed.
I have some Russells and I have the white potatoes that I put in a paper bag and stuck it in the closet.
Yeah, you doing Yukons then?
Nice.
Is that what you did?
I did those last year. They
Yeah.
turned. I got a good crop last year with those.
Nice. All right. Anything? So nothing really new this year. Just a couple different kind of tomatoes.
I don't know yet. I haven't got that far, Rob.
It's too soon to say.
It is early for us to be thinking about this, but in some cases, if they're kind of odd kind of seeds, you definitely want to get your orders in. So,
I got a couple orders in already for the beefsteaks and the aromas, but other than that, now I don't know what all I'm gonna do.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I'll go on those sites like I went on Totally Tomatoes, and I'm just going to get some tomato seeds. I couldn't do it. I ended up, those look kind of cool. Oh, those look kind of cool. Maybe I should try those.
But
It's like,
chances are we're going to be doing lettuce and all the herbs because lettuce grew like crazy out there.
Yeah, I kind of went by what you and Amy did last year.
what did we do, Amy?
What you grew last year.
I don't know. I didn't write it down.
That's right.
You're just throwing seeds in the ground like crazy.
I'm learning from you guys.
We may
But
not
we
do
got
that.
rabbit poop.
I know, it's like,
That's a lot of pressure.
I know, right?
Oh my gosh. So Amy, are you doing anything new this year, or I know you kind of have a change of plans because you're kind of also got to get a greenhouse back in order. So what are you kind of planning for planting this year, and what's new?
Well, it's not a good new, but I mean, last year we were starting seeds the end of March, even into the beginning of April, and we had a greenhouse, and we were running a propane heater out there, and it worked really great. But like you said, we lost our greenhouse, so kind of looking at grow lights and making the guys build us like shelves in front of every single window in the house, just so we have a place to start
green lights, you
seeds.
could grow some bodacious, man.
Good point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Go.
Yeah.
Go
We
ahead.
had been talking about extending the garden into the horse pasture, but we kind of scrapped that idea, and instead we're going to utilize the opposite direction and kind of switch up where we're growing our shade stuff, because we had to make shade last year, and it was okay, but because we're looking at wanting more garden space, we thought, well, instead of using everything that's in the sun and making shade, let's find a different spot to utilize for the shade plants and leave the sun area for the sun plants.
So teach me something.
That's kind of different.
Teach me something. So a
Tell me.
tomato needs sunlight, but yet they call it a nightshade. Why is that? Anybody?
Because parts of it'll kill you.
What? Parts of the
Yeah.
tomato?
Yeah.
Like what part? The tomato itself? Is that gonna...
Not the red part.
Not the
Well,
red
you
part.
can't eat tomato leaves, right? Does anybody else on the panel know about this? I mean, you can't eat the leaves, and for some animals, they can't have nightshades. Who was it?
Kind of makes
Debbie
them crazy.
Barden last year.
Huh.
Yeah,
Actually,
Debbie
I've
Barden
never heard
last
that.
year, her tomatoes grew these little weird fruits on it, and they grew a weird fruit, and everybody was like, "Oh, get that out of there! Your chickens can't eat that." I know you're just trying to be funny about why it's called a nightshade, but
No,
nightshade
actually
like
not.
a poison.
Actually,
I don't know.
I've actually heard nightshade, but I'm not sure what that terminology means. I know there's several different kinds of
Poison.
nightshades that we
Why?
grow, but why are they called a nightshade?
Right?
Like a tomato really needs sunshine. Is there a
Right.
time that it shouldn't have sunshine and it actually just should be in shade? I'm waiting
Well, I
for
don't think
the
that's
chat
what it
to
means
light
by
up.
nightshade. Like, well, if you think about flowers,
Thinking about-
foxglove is a nightshade, right? And they use parts
Yeah.
of that for a heart medication, and yet I won't grow it in my garden because it can be toxic to my kids, and my kids put things in their mouth that they're not supposed to. So foxglove is a nightshade. I think so. The term nightshade, I think, more applies to there's parts of it that are not good for you and toxic.
I think that's John Pearson.
Yo.
Along with your homework, can you find out more about nightshades for us?
I wrote it down. My homework. I gotta find my last
Nice.
free.
He needs a whiteboard.
I gotta
John's the only one that knows how to write around here, so we put him on there.
Oh no, I've been writing.
I gotta find my last freeze date. And what the hell is nightshade? But we'll figure it out for sure.
Yeah, that's what we're all about here.
I got John writing notes too.
Education. That's what we're all about here.
Yeah.
Anything new you want to grow this year, Aimee, that you want to try or been thinking about?
We ordered loofah seeds. A loofah is like a sponge thing you can get, to use in the shower or whatever. It actually
yeah.
comes from a plant.
Yeah.
And I would really
That'd be
like to
fun.
make loofah soap. So it's got the sponge in the middle, but it has a soap all around it.
Yeah.
And so we ordered loofah seeds, and we're going to try and grow those.
Wow.
I thought those grew in water.
I thought you
No.
smoked bodacious in a loofah. No.
No.
My mind's somewhere else. I say I'm not in the same place with everybody.
Debbie, there's a different kind of sponge that grows in water, but not that
Yeah.
kind.
But I do
Yeah.
know that
They
loofah-
call that Bob, SpongeBob.
Square pants.
They're kind of
I got-
square shaped.
I got all these.
They live in a pineapple under the sea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
I got all these dad
That's sad
jokes.
we
I
all
gotta
know
put them away.
SpongeBob.
John knows. What were you going to say about loofahs, John?
Oh, I just know that they do grow. I had watched some Homestead Heart. Last season, the season before, I don't know. They grow them every year, and you're right. They, some years they do good, some years they don't. But man, that if you have a plan for them, that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
Okay,
try.
I got you an update on nightshade.
With the night shade.
Okay, some of these negative side effects include gas, bloating, diarrhea, heartburn, nausea, and joint pain due to inflammation. And those are from the tomatoes.
Wow.
Interesting.
Thank you.
Nightshade means you have
John's writing down diarrhea.
Nightshade means if you eat it, you have gas. Perfect.
Oh man.
I must have ate some nightshade the other day.
Oh, that's a great excuse, huh? Next time you're at Fred Meyer's, you go, "Oh, it's nightshade. Sorry, lady."
Oh, it's okay.
It's a
Nightshade. Yeah,
special
it's okay.
condition I have.
Oh no. Here comes the nightshade jokes. Anything else new you're gonna try, Aimee?
That's all for growing. For soil preparation, just today we moved the pig out to the garden area because she'll be processed before we're even able to plant out there. So
she'll do a good job. She'll chew it up good.
I'm pretty excited to see what happens. She has been in a horse stall for 3 days because she kept escaping from where we had her. And I got freaking sick of it. So we put her in the horse stall and said, you have to get the garden done for the pig. And they did. So she is out there and she is so happy.
I bet she
very happy.
is. Yeah, I bet you she just I should put her in my gardens, but I'm afraid because I use the woven fabric, I'm afraid that the pig will start pulling that up.
They will.
If they can find it, they will. We ripped all of ours up, but I still had a section where my sunflowers were. And she was like, "Ooh, what's this?" No, give me that. So I'm like tug of warring with the pig.
Now we're gonna move over to the county jail cell here over to Rev. And, so what are you growing over there in North Carolina there, Rev?
We're not growing anything currently, and we are very inexperienced when it comes to that stuff. But we are going to try the cracky method because it's a lot easier and stuff like that. We're going to try to grow some lettuce and other leafy type greens. We might try some tomatoes or something like that. I've been watching a few videos on people doing that with the cracky method.
What
I haven't. What? I'm sorry.
Are you doing?
Cracky or Kratky or however you pronounce it. I'm not sure. Is there a T in there?
I think there's a T in there, but I think it's kind of silent.
I wanted to say that. I wanted to say I wasn't here for the pre-show. I'm happy that Aimee's feeling better this week. She was pretty sick last week, isn't that right?
Thank you.
But we have an arena that the previous owner had for their horses out on our property, and I've been kind of wondering what I should do with it. I didn't want to tear it down because it's still pretty good. Shane, quit biting me, boy. And we're gonna make that into our like our little hydroponic area, and hopefully that keeps the deer out, just like it kept the horses in. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
I'm sorry about that. I'm in a constant fight with this dog.
I've actually got two of them around me too. One's under there, and the other ones they're just being. I don't know why they're being so nice. So, anything else, Aimee? Rev, I'm sorry. I was like, Aimee, I just did it.
Another drink. I'm telling you.
So, do you watch Who Chose, Rev?
I don't know what that. No, I guess not. I don't know what that is.
Yeah. So next time on YouTube, type in it's HOOCHO, and that's all he does shows on is Who Chose. And if you go back about 3 of his shows, is the first time he's tried the cracky method for tomatoes, and he did really well.
I do know this guy. Yeah.
He's from Australia.
Yeah.
And his problem was he had mice get into his shed, and so it damaged all of his tomatoes. So he didn't get all the way through, and so I'm hoping to get all the way through because I haven't had a mouse problem in my greenhouse before. So, but he was getting devastated. So he never really got to reap the benefits of. But he was getting tomatoes, and it was looking really good. And I'm going, I need to try that. I just it just sounds like fun. I thought it would be easy to teach people how to do it. So we'll see how it goes. It will be really bodacious.
Oh yeah.
God.
Yeah. It sounds
I'm practicing the word, John. You've heard my videos. It's like every time I talk about your corn, I keep forgetting the name of it.
It's it's something. I don't know. It's something.
Yeah.
Pre-seed.
John showed me.
Boy, we were really prepared for
Honey,
this show.
honey, write that one down. I have to order it.
What?
Something.
Oh,
Corn.
Bodacious.
something corn.
I'm kind of curious.
Corn.
By the way, Aimee, and this sponge stuff you're growing, is it like a bush or is it a tall plant or what's it look like?
More of a vine, aren't they?
Vine, you can put them on a trellis, and they're pretty long. They're like this. They almost look like a giant banana shape from like the videos I've watched and such. And they vine. And last year we did an arch and put all of our vining things like our lemon cucumbers and stuff grew up the arch. And so I think we're gonna try something like that. But they're like long and like this big around and kind of crescent shaped a little bit. And you
spongy?
peel off the outside, and then the spongy part is inside, and then you dry it.
Cool.
I'm looking forward to seeing that, Aim.
I may have to try that just to see if I can grow it. Being here in Hawaii shouldn't be no problem.
No problem.
I left the cold area your guys at, man. I'm here nice evening, checking out the breeze here. I'm sitting
You
outside.
notice that sun never goes down.
I
If
know the people.
If you
that
listen
like
closely, you
Jacqueline
can hear the
have
ocean. If you look way out about 25 miles, you'll see a Russian spy ship. It's great. Who
Up,
watches?
John, or Bob, Rob, whoever you are.
All right, we're moving right along here to John Pearson. What do you see? You got apples. We know we got apples, and we got honey coming out of your farm. What's coming? What else are you growing? Besides and piggies, what else are you growing?
Well, this year in the overcommitment garden, I am. I'm going to grow Romas that aren't the size of cherry tomatoes. So the last ones that I got, they were great. They were great tasting, but I felt like I was skinning cherry tomatoes. You know what I mean? It was just a lot of work.
Yep.
So on my tomatoes that I'm going to do this year, I'm going to do a Jet Star, which I did last year as well. And you're right, Rob. They are pretty sweet, but they're good.
Yeah, well, they're delicious. Great in a sandwich.
Yeah. And I'm going to see how the weather here does. You know, you've been talking about the Cherokee purples. You know, I steal from other shows.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
going to give that a try. That's going to be new for us this year. Going with beefsteak, which I don't know. I just have some left over from last year. They worked out really well.
Yep.
And I had, I overcommitted on the purchase of those as well. So I have plenty. I am going to go with on the paste tomatoes, or I'm going to go with the Amish paste tomato. And then there's another one that I saw today on at Harris Seed that I ordered called I think it's a Bellatrix. Anyway, it's a type of Roma tomato that is 4 to 5 ounces. So
wow.
that's a little bit better. So
Yeah.
And then I am going to go with a couple of cherry tomatoes. I'm going to go with a Candyland, and then the one that I did last year, which was actually about the size of a golf ball cherry tomato, which was the Sweetie, which were really good. But I am not going to plant 7 plants of them. I got down to the end of the season, and it's like, what in the hell do I do with 40 pounds of cherry tomatoes? So
Lots of salad.
I tell you what, we ended up doing though. A buddy of mine has one of those harvest rights. You have one, Rob, don't you?
Yep.
Those, yeah. And I cut them in half, froze them, and freeze dried them. I got them up in the
yummy.
plate. They are cut in half and freeze dried.
Yeah.
Dang it, it's just like eating a tomato Cheeto. They're so good.
Did you season them, or are they just plain?
Some we did, some we didn't. I mean, but they all are
Tomato Cheeto.
absolutely
I like it.
like.
That's
I'm
like
gonna
your
plant
Skittles,
cherry-
Rob.
But
Well, Skittles are good, but I need to talk to you guys about my Skittles issue. But I'll get to my stuff a little later. So, are you doing anything? Have you ever grown the Amish one before? Is this your first year?
Mm-hmm.
So, it would be the first time for both of us. I don't know if I'm capable of growing one, but we'll see.
If you're gonna do those hydroponically, right? I mean, you ought to be able to.
Probably, yeah.
Because I mean, with your greenhouse and everything, you ought to be able to grow anything in there, really, in theory.
You know.
Hey, there's my sister. Hey, Ellen.
You
Look at all
got-
these
Ellen.
people watching the show.
yeah, it's like thank goodness you got a big family. We'd never get any visitors.
This guy brings his own fans, man.
Oh yeah, it costs money, but that could say, "Hey, did you guys see me?" Yeah. Anyway, but those
I'm
are
a movie
the
star.
those are what I'm doing for the tomatoes. I am going to do on corn. I'm going to do the bodacious again. Last year I did peaches and cream. My wife wanted to try something different, and I don't know if it was the seed, the soil, or just I don't know what it was. But man, I had to plant them twice.
Yep.
We had horrible weather when I planted them the first time. I don't know if they washed out. I had to plant them twice. They came up weak. They were just terrible. So I'm
I had
never.
the same problem. My peaches and cream were like so. I got them, but
Yeah.
but the honey and cream did much better.
Yeah.
I don't know what the big difference is. Maybe because one's peach and one's honey.
So I'm going to do the bodacious corn, and I'm going to do candy corn.
Yeah,
If we can make fun.
it's totally
Yeah.
bodacious.
Anyway, and then on my peppers, I'm going to do the. There was one that I got from Burpee that I can't remember the name, but it's supposed to be a 5-inch long jalapeno.
Wow.
And I'm thinking that's almost a meal by the time you stuff that wrap bacon.
Wait, and wrap it with bacon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna try those ones that they have on Living Traditions, the Craig's Grande. Those are bacon free. I do have some friends that don't like the heat, but they go, I can't eat poppers because I can't do the heat. So I'm gonna try the jalapenos, and then I'm not doing any reds or red peppers. I'm gonna do green bell peppers. They did really well last year. They were the California Wonders. I'm gonna do those again because they really did good.
Yeah, I think I'll do the bells too.
What's that?
I'll do bells again, but I'm not doing hydroponics. Some reason bells don't seem to go crazy.
Yeah.
Do you guys save your plants and bring them back the next year on your peppers?
I didn't. I might try it again or look into it a little bit. I did not. I just let them die. And
I saved mine because they say that they'll come back the next year. I took them out and put them in pots, but I'm going to see if they actually come back. I know tomatoes do sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to go out and get a bag of corn nuts and see if I can grow those.
Yeah. Drop them in the ground. Water it.
Very nice. Yeah.
He's not going in the garden.
Then the last pepper that I'm growing this year is I'm going to do poblanos. Last year I did. I love poblano peppers, and so I thought, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to overcommit, and I did 12 plants of poblanos, and they all came up. Every plant was a peppercini. There was not a single poblano in the whole thing. I kept thinking, these got to get bigger. They've got to get bigger. They were all pepperoncinis. My neighbor across the way, he did plants, and he goes, yeah, my poblanos they're not poblanos. So the seed company messed up, and we all got bad seed. So I'm going to try it again this year. We'll see.
Cool. Sounds like
It came out good last year.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Well, I actually got my daughter says, I'm Dad, can you grow me a pepper? And I'm going, what kind? She goes, it's supposed to be a Thai hot pepper. Better, and she goes, it's actually a Thai chili pepper, they call it. I found a Thai hot pepper. I think it's the same thing she's talking about. So apparently she uses a few of them for some of her cooking and some of the stuff that kind of like a little bit of heat. And so it's like, all right, that'll be fun. Something to try.
John, you're getting scolded by your mom.
I can't see comments here.
Oh,
47
there you go.
Too many.
I told you.
You get 'em,
47
Mama.
Tomato plants is too many.
Hey,
Be sure to plant the ones you made your tomato sauce best ever.
my mom was out there. I got pictures. I'll have to share them next time. Pictures of my mom. She drove all the way up from Central Valley, California, in Turlock to come up and help me plant my plants.
Nice.
Cool.
Good, Mama.
She's a great mom.
I'm doing pear tomatoes too this year.
What kind?
Yeah.
Pear tomatoes. Those
Pear
are one of my faves.
Why?
Because they look like a pear.
Oh, okay. That makes complete sense. Let's see. So to get to
Welcome
my
back, Brad.
I had to climb under the side by side and get 14 tennis balls.
You don't want to stop biting you, huh?
Yeah. I didn't want to start the side by side in the middle of the show just to get that, so I climbed down real fast.
Are you outside this evening?
Yeah. I had to rub it in on y'all. It's really nice.
Yeah,
here.
you creep.
I know, right? Are
So-
you under a light? Because it can't be that light out.
Yeah, I'm under the carport.
I was going to say, it can't be that light out. This is
So
dark.
I got to ask.
Everybody's sleeping in the house, so I was trying to not wake them up. You know what I mean?
Uh,
I could say that, but really, I was just trying to. It's like 65 degrees here.
Oh,
Nice.
thank you. I feel better.
Yeah, it's like 70 where I'm at here in Hawaii. It's
Oh, jeez.
yeah. So
Why
I
you
gotta
not in
tell.
your bathing suit?
Good
I didn't
point.
want.
You want us to blind us?
Are you talking to me or John?
No, I just can't figure out why he's wearing long sleeve flannel in Hawaii.
Oh yeah, well, I got my spandex on below.
Suspicious.
Oh, God.
That's the world's only plaid wetsuit.
That's right. I was just out
Oh,
for a dip. And
nice.
if I am sitting in my spandex, I'm a hunk of burning love here.
Yeah.
So I need to. So Sharon had a doctor's appointment, which is we never go to the doctor, but she figured, she's 62. She's that time to get the checkup thing. Anyway, so at our age, there's a few more aches and pains, and a couple, feed hurt or something. Where Sherry's got restless foot stuff and all that. Anyway, so most of the things that were a solution to her problem and mine is better diet. And we definitely believe in that because you guys won't believe this, but Sherry and I actually went on ate vegan for over 4 months down in Arizona. Loved it, but we did miss the meat. But it was amazing. The results from 4 months of vegan was amazing. I can tell you. So we know how to eat right. However, that has gone to pot. So the doctor kind of reminded her that, and he wasn't trying to pump all kinds of things like prescriptions and stuff. He was talking about more like exercise and how we eat. And I got to admit, we do love all kinds of veggies, especially since we did the vegan. We love veggies better than ever. But so we got kind of a new resolution for this year to straighten up and get back on course as far as I think we got the kind of the get over the holidays, eat a little bit too many sweets, things like that kind of problem going on here. So we got to straighten up. And so since we got the ultimatum from, so Rev must be chasing after his balls again.
I think he's doing it on purpose.
Did you find your balls?
I did.
Okay, good.
Stupid kid.
Hey, so anyway, so I kind of want to set out that I'm going to try and talk a little bit more about cooking and stuff because it was really fun back in the days that we did the vegan because I had no idea how to cook plant-based, the whole time. That was an education in itself, but I still missed, having a good. But we did try to get reduced down to like the 4 ounces of meat instead of like giant things flopping over your plate and stuff like that. So anyway, hopefully we'll have more to talk about in the future shows about trying some new veg, utilizing a lot of the veggies that we grow, but also, we've talked about this in the last show. There's no way you're going to grow all the different kind of things you want. And sometimes you like purple onions, use 1 or 2 a year. So why grow a whole row of them in your garden when you can just go pick them up at a grocery store? It just makes sense. So grow the things you like. But I think Sherry and I will be kind of starting to play with more recipes of not always vegan, but we do like eating vegan. And but we're not giving up meat or anything like that. So, but surprisingly, the doctor didn't get after her about milk or milk products. So that was kind of interesting. So I just want to throw that in. It's kind of a new thing I kind of want to talk about. Probably things that we're cooking. In fact, the whole panel, I like to kind of like, if you got something unique you're trying or something unique that you're cooking or very rarely do or trying a new recipe and it comes out and the family loves it, pass it on onto the show here and tell us what you're making and stuff. So I actually have a cooking show, but it's called Cooking with Ranger Rob. But what? Tell.
Yesterday, me and Etta made chai spice cookies. Like, would get a drink of chai, and all of the ingredients. It wasn't like I didn't get chai spice from the store and put it in. It was just a list of ingredients. And in the end, you make these cookies and it gives off that flavor of a chai drink.
I'll be
And
darned.
they turned out really great. And I was
I'll have
asked to
get
make more.
that from
So.
you.
I like to try those. So,
All right.
so you're gonna swing by the house and drop off cookies to all of us?
All of us.
I do have to make more and do that. Yes. The first batch all got eaten. So I have to make more.
Aimee, I'll go on the
Alright.
road trip when you go to Eugene. And where's South Carolina? Is that where you're at, Rev?
Oh, Lord.
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
I'll
We
either
can
send
go on
y'all
a
the
road trip.
recipe.
I had to put
I'll
in an
send you the
order.
recipe, Rev.
I had to put in an
Okay.
order for. Speaking of eating bad but eating good, I made my 3-2-1 ribs over the weekend and used all of John's honey he gave us. So I had to, luckily he called yesterday. He's probably regretting he called because I go, guess what? I need more honey. So I'm trying to negotiate with him. Like, well, I'll give you some freeze dried Walla Walla onions.
Yeah, I think that's all right.
I think we're close to the negotiations, so we're getting there. But also, I want to remind everybody that we should have John's honey and Central Oregon grown when we get that going. And I want to remind people, keep asking about the Central Oregon grown. It doesn't come online until April, and we're slowing down and taking one step at a time. So we're going with my pork, introducing the special things like honey after that, and then the meat birds will be after that. And then I'm not going to worry about beef until we're confident that we got the process down for handling all that. Because I just don't want this big bowl of things going on and doing a bad job at it. I want to kind of go gradual. So we probably won't be at full bore till fall. But anyway, but it's getting closer. We're getting there. But
have a
John
question.
Pearson's honey will be in there, and it's good stuff.
And Rob, you got a question I think needs answered.
Let's see. From Ellen?
Yeah.
I would like to know how you all got to know each other. I actually did a video on that yesterday. So how did we get to know each other?
Well, let's see.
Yeah.
We went to
We met in a
4th of
beer
July.
garden.
4th of July drink.
Yep.
And you were sitting there, or you came over while we were sitting there.
You weren't there. Yeah, I went up to get
Make it
a
good.
beer,
Drunk.
or I think it was a whiskey. And Sherry and Rob sat behind me, and I'd seen him on YouTube. So that's how we met. It's like, I know you.
We
And we've
talked.
been friends ever since.
We sat there for like an hour talking about pigs.
Yeah,
Yep.
we did.
But yeah, that was a fun. It was like that actually made the whole thing because we were kind of bored already. It's like, let's go to the beer garden. Luckily, we met Debbie and then eventually John, and then Aimee. I remember how we met. I was like, well, Dale was on the show
Yeah.
at the time, and so Dale said, well, they're having a farmer's market, and it's like, maybe I'll take my camera over there and interview everybody and all that. So I come walking in there in my old Ranger Rob self, and there's this girl back here freezing to death. Like, oh my God, she was cold. And she goes, hey, Ranger Rob. And I'm like, well, who is that? And so we go immediately kind of worked our way over to her. And then turned out she was freezing to death. It was a cold day. And so we're trying to talk while she's chattering her
So
teeth.
cold.
But and then we got into the
I'm like,
I was looking at some of the things you had. And you're also selling raw milk, you mentioned, and it's like, oh my gosh, I've never really tried raw milk. And so we had just kind of clicked from there and connected, and ever since then it's just grown and grown and grown. So, and then moving on to John, I'm not sure exactly how do you know exactly how we met, or I know we kind of met online, but
Yeah, I was watching your show on YouTube and started talking about pigs and all that kind of stuff. So I reached out as far as, when I was thinking, you know what, he's got great looking pigs. When, if you get the opportunity, I'd love to be able to, get a couple of feeders. And I think that's what started our conversation.
yeah, boy, I don't regret that
From
conversation.
there on, I mean, it's just my good looks and stuff. I don't.
Oh yeah, I think what killed me the most is when he finally came over to pick up his pigs. He decided that he would do the intro for my show, And I thought, oh, he'll kind of stumble along through it and all that
That
stuff.
was great.
Oh my gosh. So I get the camera to him, kind of very little instructions. He walks out the door and he's word for word went through my
Don't
little
forget the
walk to the front of the
tomato.
house. He did it perfect. Then he comes around the corner and steals some of my tomatoes and goes, oh yeah, here's a tomato. Yum. It's like he owned the place.
I have
Even the dogs worked on command and made sure and did their doo-doo in front of the camera like they always do. It was just perfect timing on everything. So it was so fun. So
And
yeah.
Reb found the button.
Yeah.
And Reb found the
And
button.
Brad found the button.
Yep. It was so glad we got Reb on board here. We just kind of connected in the last 3 weeks or so. And I hope you've always felt comfortable from day one.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. Absolutely.
it's really nice to have somebody from the other side of the coast, East Coast.
Yeah.
It's actually nice to have somebody from the other side of the mountain, since the three of us live 1.5 miles from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, we met Aimee through Rob.
Yeah.
I think when first time we met you, wasn't that when they were castrating
Castrating the pigs.
Castrating pigs.
Such a good
Yeah,
time.
that's some good times.
Yeah, good old times there. So yeah, I think that's how we all met. And I think
That's called
The
two
channel-
homesteaders.
I think the channel thing kind of helps because I don't know. I'll be like walking through Safeway and somebody, I'm pushing and shopping and sharing this, and people will just stare at me like this, you know. And at that very last minute, they'll go, "Are you Ranger Rob?" It's like, and my wife just goes, "Oh God, we'll never get out of this store." Anyway, so yeah, every once in a while we just meet people out of the blue. They watch our show, and I really love meeting people. Unless I drink too much coffee and I'm standing there and I'm kind of wobbly, probably means we shouldn't talk very long. But yeah, I meet people in the stores all the time. It's kind of fun. So that's how we've been meeting all you guys, and we appreciate it.
Victoria.
So I just want to remind everybody we are approachable. And we're getting. Where's John? Where's my warning, John?
Wait, I got a question for the other John.
Oh yeah, which
3
one?
minutes.
I got a question for the other John. When do you sell your apples?
No. I don't. I haven't. The previous owner of the place here did,
Hi, Victoria.
but no, I don't. I mean, I can get you some apples if you want some apples when the season comes. We have plenty, but
That was my next question: is when is your season when they're ready to go?
well, it goes all summer long. I've got the Gravensteins are early ripers. I've got them all the way from, in July. I've got some, I think they're called a ghost apple. They're almost pure white. They're the earliest. They're kind of mealy, but they make great sauce all
Say
the way
around July.
from July to, middle to the end almost of November.
Wow.
Rob,
Yeah.
close your ears. We're going on vacation and we're going up through Eugene, that area in July.
Well, you should. August would be better. You'd be able to get some good Gravensteins, and that's
We'll have to make a special trip. Then.
Yeah.
And honey.
there you go. August is the honey float as well. So,
I also want to say hello to Victoria and Sherman's Family Farm. Nice to have you. Unfortunately, we're coming to the end of our show. We try to do an hour. Not so important anymore because we're not doing syndication anymore. So
1 minute warning.
yeah. And then John does his little 1 minute warning. So first of all, I want to thank everybody for showing. I've got my puppies here, but they're all sleeping nicely.
We do too.
It looks like
They're
dead
sleeping on the
dogs there in my place. But you have a much more energetic German Shepherd than I
Aw,
do, Rob.
Shane's such a
Beautiful.
boy.
He's beautiful.
He's only like 8 months, so yeah, he'll be energetic for the next little while still.
Yeah, when Belle was younger, she would come up and put her feet up and be on the show. But
Yeah, actually,
Let's
Bentley
sleep.
turns 8 today.
wow,
Our
Cinder,
old English bulldog.
Cinder is 10 and a half now. I can't believe it.
Wow.
So, all right, guys. Well, we need to wrap up the show. I want to thank our guests, which are not really guests anymore. They're more like our hosts. So we love having Reb and John Pearson with us.
You're just
That's
part of
right,
the
John.
family.
John.
Y'all
And-
part of the family.
all part of the family. We put them on the intro, so they're committed now. And of course, I want to thank Aimee. I'm glad you're feeling better. She was not feeling good last week, and she still came on the show, so we really appreciate that. And I don't know why J and D are on the show today, because they really got some work to do. They got some pins to build. They got bricks to lay and stuff. I don't know where they get time to be on a damn podcast. I mean, you should be outside with lights on and the whole works out there working.
We got a
You
whole
got some
village
crap
out
to
there
do,
now.
so get on it.
Too damn cold.
Yeah, I hear you. Johnny, there's Johnny.
Hey, real quick, everybody. I want to give a quick shout out to my mom, Lucy, Jared
Yes.
Putnam, who just chimed in, Builders Electric, woo, woo, and my sister. Thank you so much for joining in.
Yes.
Jared, it's very bodacious of you to be here.
See, yeah,
I bet you an hour later I'll forget it.
I know.
All right, guys, I want to thank everybody for watching our show today. If you catch the show after the live, we still love to see your comments. We do appreciate everybody come on board. We have been noticing an uptick in the views and all that good stuff. And if you have any questions or anything you want this panel to talk about next week, put it in the comments. We'd love to go with a question and answers. So anyway, guys, thank you very much, everybody, for being on the show, and we'll talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.
Good night. God bless.
Carolina loves ya.
I love the part where you say, "Okay, graphics,
Yeah, graphics, go.
do
Get
it.
John on that.
Know 'em.
Come on, Rev."
Hit it, Rev. Graphics.
Graphics.
This video is made possible by Ranger Rob Poopy Bags, available in Amazon right now. Thank you very much for watching our video. Please take the time to like, subscribe, and share our videos all over the whole wide world. Thanks.